Guys, long time no podcast. My name is Mimi, and I'm sure that you've missed me. I have a lot of things that I want to say, and at the same time, I'm feeling very overwhelmed because it's been over 3 weeks since I made my last podcast, and I have been at a place in my life where I have been completely distracted from every single thing that I should be doing. And somehow I feel terrible. And at the other time, I feel like I needed the break. And this is me back to podcasting after such a while. And for a few months ago, I tried to make my podcast as positive as possible. This is to accommodate people who have challenges and who would like to listen to something motivating. But I realized that the reason why I started making my podcast in the first place was to journal and document my process and how far my life is. And I really do not want to compromise that anymore because I'm trying to seek for publicity. So we're going back to the status quo of talking about me, talking about life in general, talking about everything that needs to be talked about. Because why not? Why do we have to be so formal? So let's talk about what I have been through all this while. Good evening, guys. My name is Mimi, and this is your first time listening. Welcome to A Dash of Colors. This is a self-help channel for everyone who is on a journey of self-love and care, and who is looking at listening to interesting stories from my point of view, and probably just use it to interpret whatever thing that has been happening in their own lives. So I love to talk about my experiences. I love to journal, and this is my own way of documenting every single thing that has ever happened to me. So for the past 3 weeks, I've been at a place where I have been completely unmotivated. I did not want to do anything. I just did not see myself doing anything. I just wanted to avoid the noise, wanted to ignore everybody. I wanted to just be on my own. And this was the reason why I stayed away from podcasting, because I really did not want to say anything to anybody. I just had to limit my discussion to a few nice persons that I met the past few weeks, and then that was it. But I could say that phase of my life is gone, and I'm looking at doing something more exciting for myself. I'm looking at praying more. I'm looking at loving God more. I'm looking at doing something really good for myself. It's really exciting for me. At the same time, I'm afraid, I'm scared that I have forgotten how to be so disciplined and how to be so focused that I don't know how I'm supposed to do all of it all over again, because it seems really new to me. But the most important thing is that I am willing to try again. I'm willing to put myself out there again. And just like 2 weeks ago, I began to feel like I was falling back into depression because I was constantly reminiscing over what had happened to me last year, and having those flashbacks gave me anxiety, and that anxiety made me want to stay away from people, made me want to stay away from every single thing in my life. And I reminded myself last night, and I said, girl, you do not want to be that girl who would cry herself to sleep every night. You do not want to be that girl who wears fake smiles throughout the day and sleeps very miserably, or who struggles with sleeping, or someone who talks about every single thing in her life. I have decided that I'm not always going to be that girl who wants self-pity from every other person. So I reminded myself so much that yes, I am the only person who understands my situation, and even if every other person seems to get it or they try to get it, I have been the one who has the experience. I have been the one who knows what it feels like to be me, and I know that I do not want to have those kinds of feelings anymore. I do not want to be miserable. I do not want to cry. I do not want to enjoy misery like I did in 2021. So This is me constantly reminding myself that I have moved away from a girl who wants to sit around and not do anything, who just wants to sit around and be miserable. I have moved away from a girl who wants to attach importance to people being in my life, that I lose touch of my own self. I have moved away from that kind of girl. The kind of person that I want to be is the kind of person that puts myself first and make sure that I live my life in such a way that I am not stepping on anybody's toes. I live my life in such a way that I am completely happy with my pace. I'm completely happy with my process. I'm completely happy with how slow my life seems right now. So that is the kind of girl that I want to be. A girl who's patient, a girl who wants and understands how to love every other person while is loving herself even more. That is the kind of person I want to be. And it might take me a while to finally reach this destination. But the truth is, I am not going to put myself in a position where I am constantly depressed or constantly sad over issues that I do not have control over. I will only focus on the things that I can control, the things that I can handle, the things that I can fix. Because why not? Why do I have to sulk? Why do I have to get carried away by all my problems if I could simply just enjoy how slow or how not so important the process has been for me. So this is me saying I'm back, and I'll try as much as possible to push your contents that you would want to listen to. But just so you know, this is going to be all about my experiences. This is going to be documenting how good, how bad, how terrible, how awesome things would get. And I hope you would always tune in to listen. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Mimi, and see you next time.